Monday afternoon, I was in Winona and I looked up and I saw this very tall cumulus thundercloud building. And as soon as I got home, I walked out on my deck to take a look to see what was happening. And I saw this wall cloud, and right here, right before I took this video, it dropped down a funnel cloud, and I called law enforcement center, which prompted a tornado warning for Winona. And you can see the major rotation in the clouds here. And this supercell wall cloud here developed something I've never personally seen before in a wall cloud. It developed two tails. And if you watch this right before it fades away, it actually develops, you'll see it's beginning of a third and fourth tail. And what the tail is the wind that's getting, the air that's getting sucked up into the cell so quickly that it condenses and makes a cloud. And that's what caused the tail. And usually on the opposite side of the tail is where the funnel clouds will drop out of the sky. Right here, it's right over the top of this, like Lake Winona and WSU, and the rotation in the clouds was just absolutely awesome. It was just an incredible front row seat there I had up on my deck here. And as it progressed to the east end of Winona, I kept on scanning it, watching, waiting for it to drop a tornado because I was excited with the chance of seeing it. And in the next minute or so here, I'll do a little scanning because it developed a second wall cloud, developed right over Wisconsin, and there was actually a funnel cloud right before I did this scan that had developed in this area right above Bay State Milling that dropped down for just a few seconds and it pulled right back up into the cloud. And then after this next pan here, I believe, is when you'll see an area about a quarter mile of the river getting whipped up as the tornado had formed. And I didn't see it initially. Right there we can see it right directly above the hospital over the river from the perspective of the hospital there. And I hadn't noticed it at that point because I was looking at the base of the clouds looking for the funnel clouds to drop. And then I saw it whipping up the river there, and I stopped videotaping to using my iPhone I called the law enforcement center to report the tornado. And boy, it was just an amazing evening. 45 minutes from the time that I first saw the wall cloud to right now where the tornado was down on the river there. And coming up here real shortly, you'll see the tornado as it was getting to the edge of the Trempealeau Wildlife Refuge there of the trees. It began roping out, and the tornado lifted up real quickly here. And as it was falling apart, and as it was roping out, it dropped back down into the trees just a little bit, and it wiped out a 40-yard wide swath through the trees where it ripped out or snapped off every tree in that swath. So if this would have happened over the city or over anywhere else other than the river, it would have caused major, major damage. So we really, really lucked out. And here it's roping out. You can see the cone is disappearing, and the tornado is right now is where it's doing the destruction of the trees. It's getting thinner and thinner, and it's dying. That evening, we went down to the airport and went for a ride, and we found the spot where when the tornado was roping out, where it dropped down back into the trees of the Trempealeau Wildlife Refuge, and the destruction that would have happened, it just would have been tremendous for whoever was in its way. So we were very, very fortunate. We sure live in a beautiful, beautiful valley, don't we?